Hey guys, and welcome back to the 7 Cents Paranormal Podcast. I'm your host, Laurel Cooper. Welcome to day 5 of the 12 Days of Christmas. So yesterday I looked to try to see if I can see the comments. There was a comment, but for some reason I wasn't able to see it. So I do not have a winner for day 4, but let's keep this going. So day 5, we're going to go ahead and dive back into their rules. But first I wanted to go ahead and maybe address some stuff. So one, I have been getting a lot of messages from you guys, you at home, that you guys were with me watching that trigger video and your house popped off as well. So I'm not going to address every person that told me. I will make the comment of Rachel, who decided to call me this morning to let me know what happened to her house. So later on, maybe this week, we can talk to her about what she experienced. She had things being moved, things being, or knocking around, banging, doors being opened. We also had stuff going on and still do. So, and then for the few other people that I'm not going to say your name just for the sake of anonymity, because you didn't say I could yet or not. Yeah, I did try to warn everybody in the title, in the description, in the announcement of the video, before the video, and during the video. Warning, 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 warning. This is real. Like, this will set your house off. So I'm going to, one more time, warning, warning, warning. If you watch day 3, the trigger video, your house will get woken up if there's paranormal activity in your house. So I've done my due diligence. You've all been fair warned multiple times. But if there's something that does happen, please hit me up on either the 7 Cents Paranormal Podcast at gmail.com. You can text me at 509-795-0414. You can also go ahead and send me messages on Snapchat, on TikTok, stuff like that, if you can't get a hold of me on the other for some reason. I don't know. But let's go ahead and dive into their rules. And for today, like I said, the odd days will be, holiday-themed gifts. So at the end of this video, I will go ahead and ask the question and then let you guys know what your gift is. I believe I announced it yesterday, but just to remind you guys, odd days are holiday-themed and even days are paranormal-themed. So tomorrow, I believe, is the thermometer. So anyways, let's get into their rules. All right, so welcome back to their rules. Even though... Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do rule number 5 today. Use our tools. So we're just going to go through some of the tools. Hopefully you guys can see this. So the Olympus digital recorder. Let's go. Hold on. Sorry, I know it's on auto. So to view each photo and description of equipment, use arrow to turn pages. There may be a limited description as we are not selling any items. Digital recorder, an older model, but still works the best. This is the same recorder I have used since day 1. It records approximately 10 times louder than the human ear. Works amazing. We use this as our non-stop recorder. If you can find it, buy it. Which is really true. REM Pod 2 EMT, programmable with temperature detection. This is the newer REM Pod. In most of the videos, you'll see the older version of the REM Pod, not the REM Pod 2. The programmable EMF or EM field and temp detector, radiate its own independent magnetic field around the instrument based on source proximity, strength, and EM field distortion. 4 colorful LED lights can be activated in any order or combination. The REM is intended for future help to promote and advance paranormal research, temperature detection, or deviation detection that detects and alerts you to ambient temperature changes with an audible tone. If the temperature drops, a lower tone is heard. If the temperature is rising, a higher tone is heard, which is true. All right. This is the old REM pod that we used to use. It doesn't really do that same high, low, high pitched sound as the other one does. It just has an alarm that goes off when it's either, the temperature. This will go like a blue color or a red color. Then you have the green, blue, orange, red, whatever. But and you saw them in the videos. So, and one yesterday especially. So, does the same thing the other one does basically. SLS camera. Structured light censored camera, a handheld and computered version. This is the handheld version. You see them in all like the ghost shows and stuff, and then this is what the computer version looks like, or is part of it. The handheld SLS camera was my favorite tool, but then that changed after me and my husband made a better version. Instead of the tablet, they use a whole computer. The camera is attached to a computer with a very long connection. The cord is so long that I can still walk around. The benefit is that in our home, batteries die very fast. Now that's resolved the issue. It works great. Okay, many videos demonstrate how well it captures phenomenon. If you're interested in having one of these made for you, it may be possible. Contact us. It is possible. Contact me. The SLS Computer Camera, the handheld SLS camera, this was the same one that she said earlier. Many videos demonstrate the phenomenon. That's okay. The SLS camera, it uses an RGB camera with depth sensors and infrared light projection with a monochrome CMOS sensor which sees everything not as a flat image but as dots arranged in a 3D environment. 1,000 infrared dots allow the camera to see depth and detail like a sonar. All right. Boo Buddy. All right, Boo Buddy. He is not just a tool, he is also a paranormal investigator. He also becomes, especially for the younger children, their favorite tool to use. So, Boo Buddy is not just an EMF bear, but an interactive investigator, asking questions and reacting to any changes in the environment, just like a human investigator. Boo Buddy talks, asks EVP questions, and interacts, detects changes in EMF temperature, movement, and vibration, responds to those changes in a cute, friendly voice, kind of like, "Brr, it's cold in here. You want to be my friend? I like holding hands with you," stuff like that. I've heard it so much, I have it all like in my bank of memory. Amplified microphone. There are many versions of this older microphone. They first got this one, and then they have other ones now. But this one's one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. This is an older version microphone that I can no longer find online. There are so many versions of these now, it's easy to find another one. Parabolic microphone. This is a fun one. The parabolic microphone is a microphone that uses a parabolic reflector to collect and focus sound waves onto a transducer in much the same way that a parabolic antenna, aka or e.g. satellite dish, does with radio waves. Though they lack high fidelity, parabolic microphones have great sensitivity to sound in one direction along the axis of the dish, and can pick up distant sounds. Sorry, it's really hard to read this right now in the dark. All right. Typical uses of the microphone include nature sound recording, such as recording bird calls, field audio for sports broadcasting, in eavesdropping on conversations, for example, in espionage and law enforcement. Or if you're just a really, really nosy neighbor, parabolic microphone. But it also does help out for paranormal field too, because sometimes it's kind of like they're in water almost, or like they're in like some kind of other realm that you can't hear fully. And so even with the regular microphone, or your EVP recorder, sometimes it's really hard to hear in real time, and that parabolic one kind of just cones it all in. The Spirit Box, SB7T. The Spirit Box, also also commonly referred to as the ghost box, is the catch-all term for a machine that is meant to pick up the verbal communications of spirits. Most of these are created from handheld AM, FM radios by disassembling the part of the radio that stops when you hit the particular frequency, such as the radio will continue to jump from. Okay, well. And then dot, 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 dot. So basically the deal is that it goes through different channels, like, 98.6, 98.7, 98.8, 98.9, 99, 99, and it goes through all these things so fast that it's really hard to, like, pick up more than, like, a syllable. Like, So when you get, I am here, in, like, what seems like a span of, like, 8 radio station channels, or 5 to 8 in that quick amount of time, then it's easier to know that this is more paranormal. They get to use the radio waves to manipulate, the same thing as you'll see later on in other tools, where they can use different electronic things to pick up words, to pick out words, to help communicate. So this is basically the same thing, except for they're using the frequencies to be able to communicate instead of the word bank. Catballs. We've heard a lot about catballs, I know. Yeah, that's right. Simple cat toys work great. The slightest movement starts the lights. Like I showed you guys in the other videos with the cat ball, that it's just literally, you can just like blow on it, and it moves the slightest bit, it'll turn on. It's easy to use and does not make sound. Perfect tool for investigating. I found buying the cat balls works great. I found buying the cat balls work longer and less expensive than the versions that they use for ghosting shows and ghost hunting. We're not going to say what that is, but the Olympus, one of my favorites. The Olympus, or Puck, in an electronic speech synthesis device that utters words depending on electromagnetic waves in the air using EMF meter. The device was created by Bill Chappell, a retired electronics engineer interested in the paranormal who makes devices for the field. I love this one because, like, this picture right here, it actually shows you different levels of EMF readings in the air. But it also has, like, another screen. There's like a box. And then right here is the word bank one. So you press on that, and then it looks just like this, with this and this, but it's words that come up right here instead. You've seen it in my previous videos. It's actually really cool. It's how I get some of the names of people. The Paranormal Puck. This one you actually interact with I believe, a phone. So it's the app on the phone or a tablet. But anyways, Paranormal Puck 2 is a leap forward monitoring EMF, temperature, humidity, light levels, barometric pressure, movement, ionization, and static levels, and produce the legendary ITC sessions. Okay. The wireless connection will allow for remote IT sessions, and the app will allow all data to be seen, visible, and shared directly from your smartphone or tablet, compatible with iOS and Android. Instant read thermometer. That's actually tomorrow's gift to you guys, I believe. Instant read thermometer. Just pull the trigger, and instantly see the temperature in the area. Temperature changes instantly. So, like, if you have a hot spot or a cold spot, or if you're feeling like there's like a certain area in your house that always just seems too cold, you start getting a gust of paranormal things, you can literally check and monitor in real time that temperature. So I like that. EMF and Radiation Meter. I love this thing. That was the one you saw the other day on the bone. Detects electromagnetic energy and radiation. See the video of this device detecting EMF from the bone we found in the backyard. Equipment in action. Yeah, that we saw yesterday. And there's actually another video about that bone. And then even just a little side thing real quickly. Even more things I'm starting to remember, because this was like 7 months, I believe, almost, of paranormal investigation just straight. You know what I mean? Where every single day, all day long, I am doing something with the paranormal. I'm either, living in it, or I'm investigating it, or I'm trying to sleep through it, or because it doesn't go away when the camera goes off. Activities still happened throughout the day, all day long. Like the dogs would get messed with. Like the lights would just turn off for no reason. Computers would just turn off for no reason. Like you'd hear weird banging, like knocking on walls and stuff. So it's really difficult to always keep in like little memory bank in my head of every specific video or instant or whatever. But that bone, there was actually more to it, and we actually know what that is now and whose it might be. But I won't spoil anything. Anyways, the Rook EMF Detector, another one of my favorites, which you also saw yesterday in the video. This detector is specifically designed for ghost hunting with an emphasis on detecting energy and proximity, so you can be all alerted to a presence and track down this source easily. Basically, how I use it is like whenever it starts to go off and I'm mobile, like I'm walking around and I'm moving, I'm able to kind of pinpoint like by the strength level, and it even vibrates. It like flashes, zzz, zzz, zzz. And so like you can literally just go through the house, and the stronger it gets, the more you have a presence in front of you. Unless you're in front of like electricity boxes or power switches and stuff like that. Okay. Rook. Okay, the Rook is fortified to reduce outside interference and false readings. The Rook is built from our experience as paranormal investigators with features we need for quality evidence and source tracking. Ghost stop, ghost hunting equipment, Rook EMF meter with sound. Okay. And then millimeter with EMF, REM, and ADT. So this one, I believe, is the ATDD. Remember the other day when I said I don't even know what ATDD means? It's another version of a millimeter, basically, and I believe it's this one right here. Yeah, actually, it does say it right there. There's so many different versions of the millimeter. I like my version. This one's pretty cool, though. I would recommend this one, too. Simulation EMF, EM field out, temp alert with illuminated display and flashlight. In addition to detecting natural and man-made EMF frequencies, AC, DC, and ambient temperatures changes in the environment, this new feature also uses a mini telescope antenna to radiate its own independent magnetic field around the instrument. So that's really cool. And then there's just a ton more. Like I said, there's a ton of these type of things. I love the K2 meter. All right. And then as we go back up, so I figured it'd be better to show you guys rule 5 and 6 today, because it's basically about the tools and then about trigger objects. So that if you start getting interested, and there's a reason why I'm starting to promote the tools and the trigger objects, because tomorrow the book's out. So now I'm starting to get you guys into look at things you can look at and use, play with, try on your own. So rule number 6, we want to play with that. Again, you'll see in these versions when it's in current guest mode. Let's go to number 1. This does automatically play for you. Okay, click the arrows to turn the pages. Free and inexpensive alternatives to trigger objects. So, this first page. Religious symbols, jewelry, music, cigars, books, candles, and toys. Here are some more ideas. Just turn the carousel, and then it will show you more down here on just what different things that can be triggers. But like cigars, jewelry, scents, light, toys, religious, pets, and so forth. So, click the arrow. Candles. We use battery-operated candles. Many candles now are safe and have the same effect as real flame. So, these ones here come in a pack of 6. And I mean, Does that not look kind of realistic to you? This is fake. I can touch the flame. No problem. Kids won't get hurt. The only thing, though, with these ones, though, is that, batteries, especially with the paranormal. All right. Flashlights. Are you here with us now? Almost every house has a flashlight. So I'm going to pause this video right now so I can show you the flashlight we use. Hold on one second. All right. So we have 3 different flashlights that we use. This one, as you can see, it's like you barely tap it and it will flicker. Okay? So we have another one that when you just put it down on the thing and roll it, it just will flick. It goes on. But that one's right now not working. So anyways, almost every house has a flashlight. If you have one that unscrews to insert batteries, you can use it for communication. 1, make sure your batteries are new. 2, place it in a location where you can see and maybe film it. 3, unscrew the connection just enough for the slight touch to turn it off and on. 4, ask for the light to be turned on and off for yes, or on for yes and off for no. You may be surprised how well this works. Again, Catballs. We've already talked about Catballs a lot, but just one more time, let's figure this out. These have become very popular in the paranormal community, and they work great. This is the brand new we buy now, sorry. As purchasing 3 of the cheaper versions, they all die within an hour and some came dead. We just asked them to touch the ball. It's easy and it appears that they have fun with them. 3 for $15 on Amazon. Alright, glow in the dark. Toys that glow in the dark. Anything like, hold on, I'll show you. Alright, well, we're just having some difficulties finding stuff right now, so I'll show you guys later. Glow-in-the-dark toys are inexpensive and work great for getting attention if there are children present. Trigger objects we have discovered: birthday cake, wrapped gifts, Christmas tree, ornaments, decorative decorations, holiday, computer, music, religious symbols, scented candle, wax, television, toy crow. Anything can be a trigger object if they're interested in it. Putting out an assortment of items and having guests bring something personal will increase the chances that they will see something they can't resist. The most cost-effective purchase is equipment that can work as a trigger object and a common tool is the REM pod. The REM pod works by creating an electromagnetic field. We've read this already. So let's just go to the next one and then boo. So, I like holding hands with you. I like hugs. What kind of music do you like? Boo Buddy does ask all of those things. So, kind of cool. And then one more time, just to let you guys know. So you want to join the community and be a member, join the group. So you can get that. One of the 4 prizes. We have 5 members so far. So please become a member. Please join the community. And I will now pause this and just go back to talking to you guys for a second. All right. I know we didn't do any videos of actual paranormal, evidence today. But I wanted to go over the rules or the tools, and I wanted to go over the trigger objects because tomorrow you should be able to get their rules on Kindle available. So it's $3.99, and just please go by and check it out. You're gonna love it. I love it. I hope you guys love it. But thank you guys again. So day 5's question is, what is a good trigger object? What do you think a good trigger object is? So, I don't have an actual answer for this one. I was going to pick the one I like the best. So, anyways, hope you have a great night. I love you all. Take care. Be safe. And tomorrow, go get their rules. Bye.